Hello, 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 and welcome. Welcome back, Sages, and welcome to the newcomers, okay? First of all, newcomers, remember to click like if you like it and click subscribe, okay? Let this channel grow and glow, okay? So, here is part two of the finale recap and review and the entire season 12 with my special guests. Okay, we wrap it up. Here we go.
So the men, what do you think about the men sharing them hot wings? Or not sharing, but having a competition?
Yeah, the typical dumb men trying to compete with each other and then later on suffering the consequences.
Girl, do you know? Okay, on Watch What Happens Live and then also on the after show, they said and they showed Frank giving Joey
the prosthetic penis.
Yes, they did. Yes, because Joey needed to puke and his finger wouldn't go down his
I
throat.
know, but
So,
a man doing that.
Listen, these guys are very special. They have an obsession with each other's penis. As you guys could check out in the Kiki and Kibitz interview with Frank Catania on the Kiki and Kibitz channel. Okay, Frank actually goes into about Joey Gorga's penis size.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, do you remember that? Okay, they have an obsession with each other's penis.
Okay, so
and
it's
balls.
Cool.
And I don't know. It's just
I asked how you felt about that. Like,
I don't know. It's just
so you're just saying like it's normal for New Jersey?
I think it's normal for their friend group. I think in this particular friend group with their dynamics and stuff, I think it's normal for them. Like my husband wouldn't be caught dead doing that shit with his friends. Okay. And like guys I know that live in Jersey wouldn't be caught doing that shit. But I think it's just this particular group. For some reason, they're just obsessed with each other's penis and balls. I don't know why. But yeah.
What you got for us about, when they got back from the lunch?
Frank and his tummy ache. Joey Gorga had a tummy ache.
Ass ache?
Ass ache. Oh, God.
And I was so sad. How did you feel about Louis being the first one out?
No, I wasn't surprised that Louis was the first one out.
I know, but like, I was like, damn it. Like,
I was not surprised.
Be tough somewhere. Like, I don't know.
I can't wait until we get to the dinner scene. So I have so many thoughts about Louis' jacket.
Girl, okay.
Louis' jacket. So many thoughts. So many thoughts about that jacket. I couldn't concentrate on the argument at some points because of the fucking jacket.
The starburst. Firecrackers.
Okay, it was distracting me. The jacket was distracting me from the argument.
That was a choice.
Yep, that was a choice. That was a choice. Girl.
Okay, first of all, okay, so do you help your man get dressed?
No, I mean, no.
He doesn't need it, huh?
No.
Okay.
No, he doesn't
Okay.
need it. He
Does
doesn't
Louis need it?
Louis definitely, I don't know. If Teresa picked, which I'm pretty sure she did, picked
You
that jacket up, I think she did.
You think Teresa picked that jacket?
Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Well, I didn't like her jacket, but
Thank you. I didn't like Teresa's outfit either.
dang, I don't know if I believe that she picked it, because wouldn't they match? Wouldn't she make them match? Like if she was that. First of all,
I believe that Teresa picked that jacket because if she didn't, wouldn't she have made him change?
I think Teresa just loves him the way he is. He probably said each starburst represents you, the kids. Starburst is Teresa. Second starburst is Gabriella. The other one is Gia. Melania. Starburst all down my back. All of y'all. She said, "Oh, that's sweet. Oh, I love you. We the starburst."
And a love bubble that no one's going to pop.
I love bubbles.
These are our love bubbles.
And everybody is in him.
Okay, so what do we think about him asking Joey permission?
I like it.
I like it. I like it, but I don't like how when Joey was asking him about his prior relationships, it was all about the toxic ex-girlfriends.
I wrote
and thirsty. What was it? Go ahead.
Desperate.
Yes.
Thirsty.
Yes.
Low life. Toxic relationships. Now see, something wrong with you.
Thank you.
Something's wrong with you now.
Thank you.
Something is wrong with you. That's, first of all, that's too much. It's not realistic that all of them was desperate, thirsty, low life, toxic.
And I follow the ex-girlfriend on Instagram, and she constantly posts little quotes and things about gaslighters, manipulators, emotional abusers.
Because I was rooting for him, but that was bullshit.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
And you know what? Bravo saved it for last. Mm-hmm. Bravo could have, because I don't feel like that's the first time that he said that shit.
No. They saved the real picture of Louis for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And that conversation with Joe, and then his little flip out. Because that when he started talking shit about his exes, no accountability for anything that went wrong.
Yeah.
You know,
I hate it when they do that.
You know what that whole thing was reminding me of? Ben from this prior season of Before the 90 Day.
The pastor and a counselor and a boy.
Right. His ex-wife, you know, his ex-wife was the reason why the marriage broke up. His ex-fiance was the reason why the relationship broke up. He had no accountability for anything. That was Louis. It was them. I'm perfect. I'm the angel. I do nothing wrong.
And you know what's messed up is because this whole time when they never really showed Louis saying anything.
Right.
And I'm like, that man is talking. So I knew that there was some editing manipulation in there somewhere, because I know he's responding. I know he's
definitely. Yes.
And because I wanted to hear what he was saying, but they made sure to show us that he talked about them and didn't say anything about himself. And I kind of was like, okay, well, I'm blaming that on you. And show me something like unedited or whatever, not chopped up. And tonight, I didn't care if it was chopped up or not, but all that desperate, thirsty, low life, toxic, and then one stabbed him, you know, I was like, fuck, you ain't right. Like,
no,
like something is not, you ain't right. Like, man, something ain't right. But what I did think was, if you are anything if you're anything like that or whatever what was being said, you better get far away from that now with Teresa.
Exactly.
Because I think
Yes.
him up.
Oh,
Do
Teresa will fuck him up. Oh, Teresa will fuck him up. Are you kidding me?
Okay. Like Dolores said, Teresa will be okay.
Yeah, Teresa will be okay. You see, that's why
he'll be okay.
I see that. That's why I say that they think that she's like an underdog and a victim and things like that. But she's real. Do not count her out. Do not, underestimate her. Teresa stabbed you in the fucking forehead. Like, don't play with her. Like, don't play with Teresa. Like, she will. And then if she doesn't finish you off, Gia will.
Girl, good question. Let's bring in Gia. All right. Tell me, how did you feel about that locker room incident when, first of all, did you notice
Yeah, I did. Yes,
up and down?
Yes, I did.
How did you feel about the interaction with Gia and Margaret?
If she's going to be a friend of, okay, if she's going to put her 2 feet in, then it's full game on her. You can't say, oh, well, she's a kid. Oh, well, that's Teresa's kid. Okay, it's either she's in or she's out. So if she's gonna be looking at Margaret up and down and putting her 2 cents
I think she's in.
Then game on.
I think she's in.
Game on. You can't pull the she's a kid card anymore.
Nobody did that, and after that last year with that drug shit.
Right.
But besides that, nobody has said that. Nobody has pulled the kid card. I think that she first of all, I agree with you. Okay, if you're in, you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Play. Can't nobody be on no fence.
Right. No, that's it. It's either you're in or you're out.
And somebody must have told her. Probably Teresa told her that shit. I bet you, because when she went to talk to her, when she was talking to her uncle.
Yes.
I think she went in being like, we're going to have an adult conversation.
Right.
Now, he didn't look at her like an adult. You know what I'm saying?
But she went in with that intention. Yes.
She didn't go in thinking, cut me some slack because I'm your niece and you're my godfather. She went in full, full blazing?
Yeah, guns blazing. We're having an adult adult conversation.
Yeah. And that's what I appreciate about her. And then also, I don't feel like she disrespected him. A lot of people feel like she disrespected him. I saw it as she's just telling him how she felt and it hurt her.
Right.
Do you feel like she should not have?
No, I do not feel like she disrespected him. I felt like she had every right to sit down and tell him how she felt and how it hurt her.
Yeah, thank you.
Because when it comes down to it, we may not like it. The world may not like it. Joey Gorga may not like it, but Joe Giudice is her father.
Yeah.
And she's always going to love her father, and she's always going to have loyalty to her father. And Joey Gorga needs to respect that.
And you know what? I'm gonna go one step further, because like I said earlier, I always break things apart. Let's take all of that out and let's just look at it like his niece, his goddaughter, is just coming to him saying, "You hurt my feelings."
Right.
No matter what it's about. Let's take all of what it's about out. And she's just talking to you one-on-one as a 21-year-old. Now I think she's 22, saying, "You hurt my feelings." Right. Why are you so upset that she's coming to you saying you hurt my feelings? Why does that anger you? At the dinner, Teresa wants to talk to Margaret, and she goes over, since next to Margaret, they have Joe move.
Yep, they're like, Joe move.
He got his ass up. He always he'll do a little slow move. But he don't never move in a way to defend Margaret. Like he never. I don't ever see him like, that's my woman. Like
no, Joe's never. But I think that's just his personality. He's just like Oh God, it's the woman drama again. Okay, let me get
Joe.
over.
Okay, do you think he wants to be or don't want to be in the drama?
I don't think he wants to be in the drama. I don't think he wants to be in the drama.
Well, you know what? Okay, wait a minute. I don't think he wants to.
I think Margaret drives him into the drama. Yes, Margaret forces him.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think at the same time.
Yeah, it's like Margaret forces him.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I took it like you were saying.
But
he's
like, but like, leave it up to him. He wouldn't.
He doesn't want to. Yeah. He don't want no part of that.
No.
Yeah, he really don't. Like he really look like like somebody's great granddad. He's the type that would have some shit on his car. I'd rather be fishing.
Yes, exactly.
Do you know how long it took him to walk his ass over there to Margaret on that?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like, oh God, these bitches are arguing again. I gotta go over there. Oh God.
Hey,
let me get my drink first. Hold on.
You know, Teresa talks to Margaret. Do you feel
the big TED talk of the finale that didn't go well?
I was gonna ask you, what do you feel about that talk? It
didn't go well.
Okay, so I felt like it went well for me because now I see each other. I see both of them. I see both of them for really like who they are.
Yes.
I feel like
they're
each worried about their damn self.
But that's no surprise.
Well, here's a surprise for me. They weren't listening to each other. Like they both sat down just to talk, just to say whatever they wanted to say. It didn't matter what the other person, it's like they had points in their mind.
Right.
That they wanted to just say. And it didn't matter.
And it didn't matter what the other person said, what the other person felt, feedback, nothing. They just had a bullet list of points and they wanted to get it out, and that was it.
Yeah. And I'm irritated with that because that's bullshit. Because they can do that in confessionals.
Right.
And when you sit down with each other, I expect for, especially when, well, first of all, I didn't expect much from Teresa. Okay. I said
we can't expect much from Teresa.
But Margaret, she keeps saying that she just cares about her. What do you feel about the talk? What do you feel about her caring about her? What do you feel about all of that? What are your thoughts?
Yes, before the season, I feel like Margaret started off caring about her.
Okay.
Now Margaret just wants her throne.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Margaret just wants to take over.
Girl.
She wants to be Teresa. She wants to be Queen of New Jersey. And it's not going to work.
Woo! I agree. Sometimes, oh my gosh, there's some Teresa haters that just can't see it.
No.
It's like they just hate Teresa and love whoever. Like last year they loved Jackie. This year
and like I say, I'm not a Teresa lover or hater.
You're just fair.
Yes, I'm indifferent to her. I enjoy her for entertainment purposes. You know, I'm the first one to say I love a good Teresa flip out.
I don't.
But you know, Margaret is not going to be able to hold
the
whole franchise on her shoulders like Teresa does. Teresa carries the whole fucking franchise on her shoulders.
Give me why and why not. Why? Because they're both, you know what? Everybody says that they're two of the same.
They're not, though. They're not.
They're bold women.
Right. But Margaret just doesn't have the personality that Teresa does. I don't know what it is, but Teresa is just so, oh my God. Like Teresa is just Jersey. Like I can't even just, it's just the essence of Jersey.
I'd say that.
She is.
Yeah. You said he twice.
Everything that describes New Jersey. And Margaret is just, I don't know. Margaret.
What is Margaret?
Yeah, what is Margaret?
I'm asking.
I'm trying to think, how would I describe Margaret?
Well,
Margaret is more Soho to me. Margaret, it looks like more of a person that I would associate with like Soho, you know, quirky, you know, artsy, and Teresa is just Jersey. You know, Teresa is like big hair, long nails,
bred. Like she was born and bred. Like
right. Yeah. I don't associate Margaret like that.
Me neither. I was wondering where she came from, like not in any negative way, but I'm like, because she didn't seem. It's like when you have a puzzle and one piece just doesn't fit.
Like Jennifer also is very Jersey.
She is
in her own way. Like Jennifer is very Jersey. Dolores is very Jersey. Melissa is very Jersey. Margaret just isn't very Jersey.
Girl, on the reading I did on her, I went to her website, and I was just saying, like, you know, well, I wasn't surprised. Like, she's eclectic.
Right. Yes.
Everything, everything, everywhere, doing everything.
Right.
That's Margaret.
Right. Yeah.
Just everything.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, like just
patterns are very just, it's nothing Jersey about her website.
Right. Thank you. Yes.
It's just, and it's her. It's so her.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. There is nothing wrong with that.
Now, storylines.
Yes.
Tell me, what was Tracy's storyline?
To try to rip apart Teresa for the first 6 episodes and then to disappear.
She did disappear. Dolores, what was her storyline?
Her mother's heart.
Okay. And you know what? I think her storyline, I think producers wanted her storyline to be the David breakup. She's very, she's private. And didn't want to do that shit. And as soon as her mom had any palpitations, she was like, fuck that, we over here. My mama got palpitations.
Thank you.
Bye.
Peace. Palpitations. Mama's sick.
Exactly. And I'll say David every once in a while, but palpitations. David looked after my mama. She's not playing with them with her.
No, she doesn't play. The Dolores does not play.
Give up her life. No, like Dolores. I want to know what's going on. And she's like, you will not. Palpitations over here. She is like not playing with us. I'm like, damn, how did you last this long? Because now you got me looking at you sideways and I like you.
You know why she lasted this long? Because of Frank. Because of Frank.
Oh, people be saying that.
Because she has Frank and we want to see Frank. And without Dolores, there is no reason to have Frank.
You know what? I do like the way he look, and somebody was saying, and I like the way he think too. But then I found out, I had just Googled him, and I found out a whole bunch of bad stuff. I was like, but which I don't know if it's true or not. That's why I just clicked off. And it's
not even about the looks and stuff with him, but just the whole chemistry with the guys too.
Yeah. The way he thinks as a man, he's able to balance that shit. Like he can balance his heart and mind.
Right, exactly.
Which is rare with guys.
Right.
In my experience. And it ain't alleged. It's in my experience. I was gonna say allegedly, but no, it ain't. Meaning my experience is my experience, but that is one of the reasons why he's like besides the physical stuff, because that doesn't hurt, but his heart and mind, he seems to be logical.
Right.
and use his heart too, which is good.
Mhm.
And they said that they were did you see they said that they were soulmates?
Yes.
I think they are.
I think they are too.
So do you think I will vote Dolores off because I'm saying we want to keep Frank?
Yes, I do.
When will we need to see Paulie? I mean,
I really don't think that she's gonna bring Paul. I don't think she's gonna bring Paulie on.
Well, do you think it'll be demanded? Do you want to see him?
I do, especially knowing what we know about Paulie and Frank's relationship. And I'm going to throw in another plug. Go check out my Frank and Tanya interview because he drops a little tea about it.
Right now.
Yes.
I mean, when we're done.
Yes, when we're done, go to Kiki and Kibitz and check out our Frank and Tanya interview because he dropped some tea about Dolores's new boyfriend, Paulie, and how he gets along with him.
The link will be in the description box. Okay. So yeah, that was a very good interview. And y'all talked to him for 40 minutes and asked some good questions. Like y'all didn't play. Thank you. It wasn't no sissy questions. It wasn't like, how's the weather where you are? You guys, it wasn't no shit like that. They got down to the nitty gritty of it, which made me love them. Guys, go over there, watch, like, and subscribe.
Thank you.
Oh, no problem. I love y'all. I'm like, ooh.
I love you too, girl.
Audience. Like, when you guys be asking, when you watch something and you think in your mind what you would ask a person.
Yes.
I'll do it.
And if there's any Kiki and Kibitz subscribers watching, like and subscribe right now. Listen, like and subscribe right now. Okay.
All right. Now, Melissa's storyline.
She has none.
Okay.
Antonia, that was her storyline.
Oh, I didn't like that.
I didn't like that either.
It was so forced. And you could see like Antonia didn't want to.
No, she didn't want to at all, but she didn't have a storyline. Jackie's storyline was her eating disorder.
Did she do it justice? But I guess
I think she did. I think she tried. I think she tried
to do it justice.
Going to therapy, showing different steps on how she was trying to cope. That whole scene with her going out to having ice cream with her kids.
Yeah. I think I'm stuck on her blaming the dissension in the group for her.
But I think that's one of her many triggers. I think that's what she was trying to say. That's one of her many triggers.
She shouldn't be there. I don't know. I take healing so seriously.
I know what you mean.
Like, I know what you mean. Joke about healing.
But I think maybe she's trying to face it head on. Like the trigger's there, but I'm gonna try to use my coping techniques. Now that she's going to therapy.
She showed her coping techniques. Did she?
Well, that night she said she didn't. Like,
what are her? She doesn't. I didn't hear about her having. Now, see, you are very smart. This is why I love you, because that does make sense. If she stayed and showed everyone her coping techniques,
right?
I don't recall her showing any coping techniques.
No, but maybe that could be because of production.
Okay.
It could be because of production, because one of the things that her therapist did suggest were her adding things, a certain thing to every meal, but the coping technique behind it, I'm sure the therapist suggested a coping technique to deal with adding something to your meal.
Yeah.
Because you're just not going to do that out of the blue. If you have an eating disorder, you're just not going to tell yourself, okay, I'm just going to add something and just screw up my whole regimen that I've been doing this whole time. So I'm sure that there's a coping technique that her therapist, showed her.
That $999
Right, and then I'm sure that they didn't put that all in because of production. So
Got
there's
it.
something there that she's doing to add to her
Because she
meals.
looks good.
Right. So I'm sure there's some type of coping technique.
And that's what I was like, you did the work and everything.
Right. So I think actually Jackie did do it justice from what we see.
Oh, okay.
Did do it justice.
You know what? The reason why my head was tilted a little bit, and I've never been a housewife, you know, blah, 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 blah. But I feel like I would be strong in saying, like, if I had I take healing seriously. Right. And whatever I be trying to heal from or stop or whatever, I would have an agreement and I would say we've got to have a balance of, just for lack of better words, the negative and the positive.
Right, exactly.
We've got to balance this.
Yes.
So I'll show all of my struggles, but as many struggles as you guys want me to show, I'm going to show my positives and the way to deal with it. Otherwise, I ain't doing it. Y'all just, you know, say some shit to Teresa. Not Teresa.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Because we're going to either talk about it all or not at all.
Right.
But she does feel good about bringing it to light. And I don't know if I feel good about it because I'm like, you should have did more.
Right.
Like, showed your recovery. Because I see pictures of her in the reunion and she looks nice. And so it's like, oh, you're recovered. Which I know you're not fully recovered and all that kind of stuff. But like, how did you get there? Like, we missed it. The middle stuff. And I'm subscribed to them in social media. And I don't see, I just saw the bones. She had pictures of the skeleton and she thanked somebody. I have that all in one of the reviews, how she thanked everybody and everything. I'm like, but tell us what you said that she had to have had some coping mechanisms and we need to know that.
Right.
Jennifer, her storyline. I asked with a straight face.
The affair?
Okay, but here's the thing. What if Margaret never brought that up? That's what I wonder. Do you ever wonder?
Her mom, plastic surgery.
Oh,
I don't know.
That could have been beat. Ooh, plastic surgery, Lord.
Her nose, girl, her nose.
Leave her nose alone. Therese, I like Jennifer. I mean, that was wrong. That nose was all wrong. And I was like, girl, why? But she got it fixed. She good now. She removed her chin.
Yeah, she's good now. And
I want people to leave their stuff alone.
Yes.
Stop it.
Teresa needs to leave her lips alone.
Girl.
She needs to leave those lips alone. The last picture I saw of her, oh my God. I'm like, Teresa, lay off the fillers, please, girl.
Was it Bravo? Did Bravo show you?
Yes, Bravo. It was Bravo.
Bravo is scandalous when it comes
to Teresa, lay off the fillers.
Bravo, you know what? Let me tell you something. Bravo editors, they seem to be like your best worst friend. Like,
yes,
they're probably telling her, girl, yes, do it. And then they do a close-up like, ooh, that look bad.
You're absolutely right.
And that's the friend you don't want.
No.
But what they got to do to, you know, because I wonder why Bravo did that. Every time I see a bad picture of Teresa, it's from Bravo.
Of course it is.
Why y'all doing that to her? And I know they telling her she look good.
Yes, of course they are.
That ain't no friend. Anyway, Margaret, what was her storyline?
Teresa and Louis. That was her storyline.
And I just wanted to make sure I wasn't the only one, because a lot of people like Margaret, or either a lot of people just don't like Teresa.
No, that was Margaret's storyline.
Okay, Sagies. So guess what? Right here, right now, I had a little game that I played with Mary where we each had our own paper that said or illustrated Teresa or Margaret. And what I did was I went down the list of all the women and asked whose side did she ultimately feel like they were on for the whole entire season. Now, we agreed with all of them except when it came down to who? Dolores. Dolores. So here's the conversation that we had when it came down to whose side Dolores was on. Okay. So,
Okay, Dolores. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
What'd you say?
Teresa.
You know?
I think Teresa. She's always defending Teresa.
What about her not going to? She does everything that Dolores tells her to do. I mean, not Dolores.
Marge, but
Yeah.
she still always finds a way to defend Teresa. But Teresa's like a wounded dog. But Teresa this. But Teresa that. But you can't expect from Teresa. She's always defending her. She always finds a way to throw in a defense of Teresa. And she would have left with Teresa if Marge didn't tell her no.
And she did. Okay.
But she was going to. She was going to. Okay, well, we could agree to disagree.
We will. Because that lady, and what you're saying is true. You know, her saying the things about Teresa, but it's so light. But when it comes like down to it, like where your physical body is and who you are standing with, it's Margaret. It's Margaret. And I hate it. Okay. Lady Drama Song.
Lady Drama Song I could have done without. Especially when Melissa hit the high note.
She hit that no note. I said, girl.
You knew Melissa was going to throw that in. You knew it. Come on, Indigo. You knew it.
I didn't like it.
Me either.
I didn't like it. It was so, And then I wonder, why didn't they do like a remix? What is that with the oh gosh. You know what I'm trying to say? When they
no.
Like
auto-tune it and shit. No. Yeah, no. They just left it raw. They sounded horrible.
To us. Our ears. I said, what the fuck? And then the thing about, you know what they probably did that for? They probably thought that Teresa would be able to understand. They wanted Teresa to get upset.
Yes.
You saw her peek an ear like, what are they saying? Because everything they said was like poking. Do you? I feel like everything they were saying in that song
was poking at
Teresa.
Yes.
And then Jennifer said, it says, whatever we go through, we'll be friends in the end. And Teresa said, no, we won't.
Yep.
But she was trying to listen, and I was trying to put myself in Teresa's boots.
Her cowgirl boots.
How I would feel if I was really upset with somebody who's a part of my friend group. We just got into it last night, and these bitches the next day go record a song saying some shit about what the fuck just happened. How would you feel?
I would be pissed the fuck off.
And they do that to her and pretend like she shouldn't react.
Right.
It's weird. That's weird to me. Okay. So one last thing, honey. Last thing. On Watch What Happens Live. On Watch What Happens Live, right after the finale. So on Watch What Happens Live, Margaret says to Andy, I didn't say anything bad. I just had a question. She says that as it relates to Louis. The first thing popped in my head was, wait a minute now. Because when Teresa and Louis asked Margaret at that barbecue, what questions did you have? Well, Teresa didn't really ask But Louis straight up asked her, "What questions do you have? What questions do you have?" Now, Teresa accused her of having questions, and she shouted the same thing to both of them. "I don't have a question. I don't have a question."
Yes, you are absolutely right. Yes.
She said, "I didn't say anything bad. I just had a question." Margaret, somebody needs to hold her accountable for lying. Who do you think? What do you think about the whole? What is your whole summary of your feelings about the Margaret versus Teresa this whole entire season? And Louis, sprinkle him in there.
I think Margaret was just being messy. People were coming to Margaret, I'm sure, off camera, even before the season started, asking her questions about Louis, because stuff is already leaking about Louis even before the season started filming.
That's true.
All right, all right, all right. Yes, that is where I decided to end it, okay? But as you know, there's lots of footage, and I may or may not be working on a behind the scenes footage, which I may or may not have mentioned previously throughout my reviews for a lot of details that I have caught. Anyway, okay. It may or may not be a mega behind the scenes coming for you guys. But what you should expect next, of course, will be what? The reunions. Okay? Stay tuned for the reunions and be sure to click the like button and the subscribe button. Become a subscriber if you haven't already, okay? And we are friendly here. So, the very next thing, all right, that I'm going to review, and I call it a thing, I sure did. I did that. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Okay? Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And others. All right? So stay tuned. And the only way you're going to find out about any of this is if you click like, and you must subscribe. That's just the way it works. Now, for all of my Sagies who have subscribed, make sure that you are still subscribed because I have actually seen it myself. YouTube does unsubscribe you. They do have an algorithm, and I may make a video about it separately, but I'm not going to break it down here and now. But they've actually unsubscribed me, myself, on some other channels that I like. So they do it. This is not fake or anything like that. So please make sure that you are subscribed to all your channels, not just mine, because YouTube will unsubscribe you. They have an algorithm and it has a glitch in it. That's how I'm going to put it. All right, so be sure that you are safe. Be sure that you put out love in order to receive love. Okay? Bye.